And you know what? That is a heck of a good idea. Think about it for just a couple seconds. Of course, dating the video very nicely there by showing that hotfix 29.8.1 went live 3 hours ago. That's besides the point. While setting that video live, this is a good point if you think about how many different segments there have been in this game for the things down here. There is 3. There's the Kavat one, then there's the Kubro one, then there's the upgraded one for the Kubro. Points if you remember what the name of any of those are. But, well, the one I'm thinking of, the upgrade for it, that allows you to basically not need to apply DNA or loyalty stuff anymore. Because there's the last upgrade that you can get. You know what? We'll have to go and see this because I just know somebody's going to mention it. It is obtainable from the Tenno lab. Still gets me, there's only 3 frames there. There is 5 in here because Wukong and I believe it's Nezha also appear in here. But for upgrade segments, there is the Arcwing launcher. Well, that's just a normal segment that is kind of there. There is the Foundry segment. There already is one. I was going to get to that. I was hoping... I kind of forgot that was in here, if I'm being honest. But that allows you to construct landing craft and air support when you have different landing crafts. Also in here, as is the Kavat incubation upgrade, or you can get, well, I have 91 of these because they drop from one of the Grenier enemy, and you will end up with a lot of those. It's the, it begins with an N. It's in here, there it is. The Nutrio incubator. That basically removes the need for stabilizers. Egg incubation is reduced by a day. Stabilizers are permanent. There it is. Permanent. So the health of your Kubro or your Kavat or your Fox, your Panzer, I have no idea what those things were called because there's 2 different ones, but they're in the infested open world. You know who I mean. It stops them from deteriorating. That is a 3rd upgrade because there's the Kubro segment that initiates it, then there's the Kavat one, and then there's the upgrade to it. So would it be so far-fetched considering there's already an upgrade segment for it and the original one you need to find when you first start playing Warframe that allows you to basically power it up, because you have to come in here and you have to go and find the segment for... well, basically the terminals up here, which unlock both of those. There is the mod terminal. The Howl of the Kubro quest gives you that one. I do believe you have one for the Foundry. I'm not too sure of that one for the Arsenal. So there's an upgrade, so that's 2. This has 3, one of which allows you to basically have infinite stabilizers, infinite loyalty. And if you don't have that segment, I was going to say Foundry, then, well, now it automatically puts them away anyway. Really bugging me, I cannot remember what species, breed, whatever you want to call it, Panzerpup is. And even though it's days later, people are still mentioning this. They really need to shorten the 3-day Warframe wait. It's just simply an idea. They could implement some kind of... it could be anything. It's just a segment that they put in there that will half the wait time for a frame. It can be just for a frame. It can take off 1 day, so it's just 2 days. But because the function, the rush for platinum system exists, this is something they will never, probably never do. Because, well, rush with platinum exists, which allows people to instantly build whatever it is they are building, meaning there is 0 wait time. If you want something, you can just, if you have the platinum, you can rush it. So there's no real need for this system. But not everybody has platinum to rush things. So even though there is going to be people who go to the comment section that says, well, the rush for platinum system exists. Yes, it does. It is very useful. A lot of people use it. I have used it way too much. Way way too much when I couldn't be bothered waiting 12 hours for a weapon, or 24 hours for a weapon, or 3 days for a frame. Yes, I have hit that button on several different occasions, but if it was half a build time for a frame, 2 days, a day and a half, even 2 days instead of 3, yes, I would have been more tempted on waiting that time instead of hitting that button. And that is one of the reasons that this system will probably never exist. And you know somebody's gone to the comment section somewhere before I mentioned it and said the rush for platinum system exists, so this is a complete waste of time. Yes, it is, but not everybody has platinum. Not everybody uses platinum in this game to rush build things, buy cosmetics. A lot of people don't use platinum at all. Maybe they use it for things like Warframe slots and weapon slots. Think of when you first started playing Warframe. I don't know about anybody else, but if you look back over my channel, everything up until a certain point, for years, everything was built. Any platinum I got went on catalysts, reactors, former, and Warframe slots and weapon slots and sentinel slots. Not on rushing the actual parts. So the segment would still be useful for a lot of people who don't use platinum for these things. I'm only really mentioning this because so many people have mentioned it in the comments section recently, and I just want to quickly show, no, I'm not building that Octavia part, it was just the longest part. But even something like the Cypher, it still has a rush. It takes a minute, 1 minute to build that. It still has a rush for platinum cost to it, which, well, that would still exist. The rush to platinum system would go absolutely nowhere. You could still rush with platinum if you wanted to. This is just more of a, this would be very useful for, well, players who don't use platinum. There is a lot of them. They do seem to be forgotten about quite a bit, but we've all been there. We've all had no platinum and had to wait for something to build. There is, well, I don't think there's an upgrade segment for the mod machine. There is 3 for this in total. There's the Cobra one, which is the base thing, then there's the Kavat one, and the upgrade. Nope, so there's 2. Because there's 2 for that, I don't see why having one in here that just decreases the time it takes to build things would be such a bad idea. It'll probably never happen. Pretty much guarantee it'll probably never happen. But, hey, everybody keeps going on about it. I've got 3 or 4 examples for this. Whether or not I can actually find the other ones is a whole different matter, but people keep mentioning this. Yes, I do think it's a good idea. No, I don't think they'll ever do it because the rush for platinum system is there. It is a good idea if it was to become a module you could put in there, but, well, time will tell. But I really doubt they will ever actually do this because the rush for platinum system exists. But I think we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.